Okay, so picture this. We're going from the like kind of gritty streets of Praga, that district in Warsaw,
Yeah.
straight to like diamond encrusted handbags for, wait for it, royalty.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
That's quite the journey.
It is, and that's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
The incredible story of designer Anna Pruska. We've got this really interesting profile on her from Woman Power magazine, and honestly, it makes you wonder, like, what does it take to go from those roots, growing up in Praga,
Yeah.
to like outfitting the elite with like high-end fashion? It's kind of mind-blowing.
It's quite a leap.
It is, and it's not even like a straight rags to riches kind of story. It's way more interesting than that. Like the article talks about how Anna, she built this whole chain of successful beauty salons, like early in her career in Warsaw.
Wow.
So she's already a self-made success story, right?
Right.
And then she decides to pivot. And not just like a little pivot, like a big one.
Yeah, that's what's so fascinating about her story, right? I mean, this kind of restless energy, it's, we see it a lot with entrepreneurs, like they reach a certain level of success
Yeah.
and it's like it just ignites this whole new kind of hunger in them. The question isn't really like why someone like Anna would look for a new challenge, but what is it about this particular path? Going from beauty salons to, like you said, high-end fashion, a world away. What is it about that called to her?
And that's where it gets really interesting, right? So the article says this whole fashion empire. I mean, I don't know if we can even call it an empire yet, but
Yeah.
it started because she had this DJ friend.
Yeah.
Right? And the friend needed like a statement piece, a one-of-a-kind bag for an event.
Okay, interesting.
And Anna, being incredibly talented, which she clearly is, and probably, she's used to coming up with these creative solutions, right, from the salons and everything,
Right.
designs this amazing bag, and boom, that's it. That's the spark that lit the fuse for Le Petit, her brand.
Wow. Talk about right place, right time.
No kidding.
But, while chance definitely played a role, you can't discount her preparedness, right? Like she wasn't just like doodling in a notebook. She had the skills, the experience to turn that one request, that one bag into like a desirable product.
Totally.
That foundation from years in the beauty industry, running her businesses, that was crucial. Who knows what would happen if she hadn't already been like immersed in the world of aesthetics and knowing what clients want, from those salons.
Oh, absolutely. Like talk about transferable skills, right?
Exactly.
And the article goes into her childhood a bit too. And I got to say, this Praga district, it's like its own character in her story,
I was going to say.
Growing up there, single mom, it sounds like, resilience, resourcefulness, that was just like part of her DNA.
Absolutely. And you see that reflected in everything she does. Like imagine, right? The hustle and bustle of Praga. The trends are constantly changing.
Right.
You have to adapt. You have to stand out. That environment probably nurtured like her sharp eye for detail, that knack for predicting what people want, even if they don't know it yet.
And maybe even a desire to like break free.
Yes.
Aim for something bigger.
Exactly. And speaking of aiming for something bigger, the article mentions a time when she dabbled in modeling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and beauty contests even.
It's like she was exploring all these facets of beauty, self-expression,
Yeah.
First behind the scenes with the salons and then potentially like on the stage herself.
Exactly. And that exploration, that drive to push boundaries, that feels very in line with her move to Dubai later on.
Where she's now designing those diamond-encrusted handbags for royalty. It's crazy.
I know, it's like a movie. It really makes you wonder, what will she dream up next? What's next for her?
That's what I love about this story. It's so much more than just designing bags. It's about defying expectations, proving that creativity, it can blossom anywhere. And honestly, it's about those unpredictable paths that we forge, to reach our own definitions of success. Because hers is certainly unique.
Yeah, she's a great example of how sometimes those most extraordinary destinations, they're reached by taking a series of unexpected turns.
Absolutely.
You just never know.
You never know.